Welcome back to the Poogie Power Hour. Woo! We made it 2 weeks.
Toot.
We made it for 2 weeks away. It seems like a long ass time. I'm joined here with
Yay.
Phoenix King 460 from Idiot Gaming Production and Max 14. I'll link both those channels below. Max,
Max 14 from Max 14.
Max, what do you have to say for yourself besides moaning?
Oh,
Thank you, Max. That's my new background. That's my new
That's the
background
new
noise when I
ringtone right
sleep.
there.
That's my new background when I sleep. So what are we
That's my new
talking?
ringtone right there.
What are we talking about today?
Why Waluigi isn't included in Smash?
you're talking about the double cross demo, some shit.
I thought. Fine, I guess we can talk about that.
I don't even play Smash.
I'm gonna
How can
smash.
you not place? That's a conversation for another day. If I
I
start
do
going
have
off right now, we're gonna
a
get so distracted.
I do have an N64.
That's awesome.
I do have
Okay.
on there, but that's different. That's a different story.
Anyway, back to topic.
Alright, we're gonna be talking about Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Since it's coming out at the time of this recording in about
Next
10
week.
days.
10 days and counting.
Max, what news do we have on Generations Ultimate?
Um. Hmm. Wait. Their demo came out last week. This week. Beginning of this week. Some shit like that. I retweeted it on my Twitter.
Yeah, the Generations Ultimate demo dropped on Thursday on the 16th.
You heard. In order to know that, well, you're not supposed to tell them the date. That way we can say that they need to follow Max's Twitter to find out when it dropped.
I don't think that
Oh.
would be a good idea. She posts some, she
Next
posts
time.
some
Next
weird
time.
stuff on there, so don't look for it.
But yes, it dropped some shit like that. There's gonna be newer monsters that weren't in the original. I think some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it has 93 large monsters, the largest roster to date on the Monster Hunter game.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, that's actually sounds impressive. 93 different friggin' monsters. It's just ridiculous.
Well, some of those 93 are variants of existing monsters like Rathalos and
It's like,
Silver Rathalos and Gold Raytheon and etc. etc.
no, but it's like you could look at Rathalos and be like, man, there's so many weapons I could beat you with now.
Now, what's the? Never mind. I guess we'll figure it out when we're getting beat down by a silver Raytheon.
When we're all fainting to Silver Raytheon, we'll figure things out.
Yeah.
Silver Rathalos, Golden Raytheon.
Why? Okay. I thought it was gold. That made more sense in my head.
He always has to ruin it.
Because he's the king, no? He gets gold.
So you guys have played the demo, right?
The queen gets the gold. The king settles for the silver. You gotta put your queen first.
Yeah, no, it's that the king settles for the silver. It's like basically, you know, the Olympics, right? Gold medals first, silver second. Basically,
Yeah.
the king gets the silver. That way, he comes second.
This is not true.
A good king does.
They actually don't need to hear your stories. That's another. That's also a topic for another day.
Okay.
You can talk to
Anyway,
me about
you
that
guys.
afterwards.
I want to be. I want to be in on that discussion too. Anyway, you guys. So you guys have played the demo, right?
Yes.
Yes, I got
How-
the demo. I got the Japanese version demo because I didn't think they were going to be dropping one for the North America. Surprisingly,
Nerd.
they did.
America.
Fuck yeah.
So how was it? because just to let everybody know, I haven't played any of the demos for Generations yet. Because with most games, I just like to go in blind, so that way everything is just like, oh wow, this is great. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't believe they did that.
They're gonna get your ass handed to you.
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Even more so than in World.
I don't know. I got my ass handed to me plenty of times in World.
That's a good
Well, now
point
you're
to
gonna get
make.
your ass
Also,
handed to you 93 different ways.
that's a good point to make. Also, though, people coming from World into Generations.
What can they expect?
Max, you're
To
one of those
cart.
people.
Yeah,
What has been your experience thus far?
because it would be like for me, it's I understand, that like you and like Selena all been like hunting this way for like a long time and whatnot. But for people coming back from World, it just seems like step down kind of. We're used to like even with using a hammer, they don't have the big bang in double cross. So like it's like what do you do with that? And plus it's not only, you have different combos, it's like and when you're using the arts and stuff like that and not just guild style like you do in the world, with the arts they take away like certain combos and replace it with other things, and it's just way confusing, way over my way over my head right now.
Yeah, some things that they instituted in World, like the Big Bang combo, it originally started out as a hunting art, which are the new things from Generations.
Well, aren't there like 6 different hunting arts?
No, those are
Fine.
hunting styles.
Yeah, there
There's
you go.
six
Hunting
hunting
styles.
styles, and then you got multiple hunting arts per each weapon. Each weapon has
What?
unique hunting arts.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, you're gonna have to basically learn the way that you use your weapon the right way, and it's gonna
Yeah.
take you a longer time, is what you're telling me.
Max, you
Hello.
got an opinion on this?
Um. The wait. Um. Using weapons effectively.
Weapons mixed with hunting styles and different arts.
I don't know. The hunting style is like different. It's like uh, because you're only using guild style in world, so that's what you're using. And like with like with aerial or adapt or anything like that, adapt is like putting on like one of the mantles or something like that. You know what I mean?
Y-
And like, but people aren't used to that and stuff. Like half of the stuff that I was doing, I didn't even know. Like the Greek sword charge thing, beast mode bullshit. I don't know what that is. And they don't tell me yet. So it's like,
yeah.
They're like you, they're like you learn, all those skills you learn from Monster Hunter World. Yeah, you could throw all those out the window. Here's something new.
yeah,
Well, I mean, if you talk to veterans coming from previous Monster Hunter games like this, like Generations 4 Ultimate, any other games before World, they would tell you that World is a really simplified Monster Hunter version.
Well, yeah, you gotta remember that they had to simplify it because it was coming to a Western world where it was almost unknown. Most of the people hadn't heard, or if they had heard, they hadn't played Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter yet. They hadn't been introduced to the genre, so they had to simplify it that way to grasp everybody's interest. And now that
which
everybody's interested, they can pounce on them.
which is good. Yeah. There's lots of people that want to play more Monster Hunter now, and they're going back to Double Cross, and probably even
Yeah,
further back than that. And when they come with a new game, after they show us all those maps and new monsters and new Goldilocks weapons and all that shit for a whole year, then they're gonna make more shit. you know?
yeah. It was actually really smart on their marketing style because of the fact that introducing it to like a console like that, like the PS4, you get to see amazing monsters up close. You get to see what styles you need and everything like that, and it's not hard to grasp. You know.
Well, I mean, if you're coming back 2 generations, it's a bit of a switch, but no pun intended.
Ah.
Uh,
Because it's on the Switch.
He has like have a heart in that.
But anyway, it's a bit. It will take some getting used to because a lot of the quality of lifestyle changes, like being able to move while you use items, or just some things
yeah,
that
that's not really.
some
I thought that would be a bigger, hindrance. That's not really a bigger hindrance.
yeah.
Not
It takes
really.
You
it
just
takes 20 minutes just to drink a potion.
nah.
It's
Well,
like you go and you stand over there. He's tired. You could tell like when Barry gets tired or not. You run over there, you take a potion. It takes like what 5, 6 seconds.
yeah. It
Come
restores
back.
more health over quickly, more quickly I would say than it does in World. In World it does it gradually. In Generations
Yeah, and
Ultimate it
then
does it
and
instantly.
there it's like instantaneous after you do that.
Yeah, but I mean you do have to watch your timing though because you miss time it, you're gonna get run over and just waste a potion for nothing.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I've had that happen so many times in World, and I've been so pissed off because of it.
But yeah, it takes some getting used to. But I mean, a lot. If you're coming into Generations Ultimate from World, I would say my advice would be get used to guild style weapons because some weapons,
First.
yeah, some weapons do have changes between Generations Ultimate and World that you're gonna have to get used to before you start mixing other styles into. Like,
Oh, it took me forever to figure out how to use the bow correctly. I watched insert famous YouTuber here, and I found out that like different levels for charging the bow have different shots. So it's not just straight shot or straight shot times 2 power level. Spread shot, rapid shot. I don't know the other names for it and shit. But so yeah,
yeah,
there's
A lot
that
of
too.
shots.
that's yeah, that's one of the big things that they did change between World and previous games was the bow and bow guns. Those are things that got a complete overhaul almost in World. So anybody who's used to using the bow guns in World, they're gonna be in for a surprise. That is especially one type of weapon, a ranged weapon, that you're gonna have to get used to.
And the numbers and the different signs.
Like, what do you mean?
The numbers, well, you have numbers. It tells you like what spot has weakness,
How
critical,
much damage you place
uh,
into a spot.
down, what is it, where its defense is up, or the arrows just bounce straight off of it.
Okay,
But
yeah,
yeah, so like even when you're trying to KO a monster with a hammer, it's different, sounds,
go
animations,
for the head.
sparkling thingies,
Yeah,
whatnot.
you hit him right in the tip of the penis.
But yeah, yeah, I mean, you get used to it after a while. You hunt it's like anything. After a while, even in World, if after a while you know where to go for because you've hunted the monster enough, you're not really paying attention to the numbers in the long run.
You just know where to break.
Well, I know after I still have the numbers on in world. I know like, what spots ideally to go for. Like with Val or, you know what I mean.
You got
You know,
that.
the weak spots. And of course the hammer is easy because it's just go for the
The
head.
tender spots, you know.
Not it's kneecap.
Hit him right in the toes.
Fucking triggering me with that shit.
Another big thing coming back from we might have to do this in a split episode. Might upload one episode this week and one next week instead of bi-weekly. But another big thing in Generations coming from World is gonna be your armor sets because Gunner armor and Blade Master armor are two different sets. They're not unified like they are in World.
So is it like the alpha and beta set?
No, it's
or
more like gonna be a blade master is gonna help more with long swords with dual blades, I'm guessing, and the other set is gonna help with like bows and everything like that.
what I'm asking is there's like a blade master and a gun master for each set, like for each monsters, or like no,
Well,
there's one set.
no, there's. It depends on the monster. Like you'll have a Raytheon armor set. That's kind of like the alpha and beta. That would be the best
That's
comparison.
literally what I
Okay,
just asked.
yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, that's the best comparison because you'll have like a Raytheon armor set for Blade Master, which has certain skills, and then you'll have Blade Gunner armor for Raytheon, which will have a different set of skills. So
That's
that's the
gonna
difference.
be,
Whereas the alpha and beta set have the same skill set, more or less. The other,
but just have
the
different
Gunner
slots and
and
everything on
Blade
them.
Master armor might have a different skill. Like one might have ammo saver, whereas the other one has speed sharpener.
Okay, so it's actually like tone to stuff. What was your favorite set in for you? For
In four or in generations.
generation. This one. Generations, yeah. This one.
Yeah, generations. I honestly don't know. I had because there's variant monsters. There's 14 variants now in Generations Ultimate, and I pretty much had a set from each variant with a specific weapon from that variant.
Mhm.
Like one in particular, I had Thunderlord Zinogre. I loved his armor, and I had his set of armor. But for that, the Thunderlord Zinogre, I had his hammer for that set. Whereas the Dread Queen Raytheon, I made the gunner set for her, and I used a want to say a bow, if not a heavy bow gun. But I had the gunner set for her armor set.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, what monster? Speaking of monsters and set, what monsters do you guys are looking forward to fighting? That you guys have heard so much about, or you guys have seen, and are wanting to fight those specifically?
Max, you want to go first, or you want me?
You go first.
The monsters that I'm looking forward to are Zenogre, because you're always talking mad shit about him. That oh, he's the best. He's one of the greatest monsters ever.
No,
I want to just be.
I,
I just want to just be able to cut off his head and be like, "This is your savior. Here you go."
I love Zenogre because even in the middle of a fight, he'll just strut like if he doesn't care.
And a little cocky shit. I like that. And then the other one, the other two, I want. Well, of course, I want to fight Devil Joe in the new Double Cross. I want to fight Devil Joe because I mean, it's Devil Joe. Come on, he's the
The
murder pick.
cart, because
Everybody loves Devil Joe.
just a side note, real quick, the pins are also very different. Whereas in World, you have like a 3 second window to escape a pin. As soon as you're pinned in Generations Ultimate, they start munching on you. So you gotta react right away, especially with Devil Joe.
I don't think I've ever gotten pinned, or I don't think I've ever gotten out of a pin. One of
It's
the two.
the eating animation.
I don't think they've ever eaten me.
That's a lie. Double Joe eats you.
That's
I
why
know. You,
that's why I
I
said
know. I.
it's when they toss you on the ground and you're trying to kind of laying on your back, and you throw a flash
Oh,
pot
that
out.
Even Anjanath does it.
they pick you up and like throw you or something like that.
Yeah, that's their
Yeah.
pin animation, and that you have a big window to escape.
Oh shit, you can get out of that?
Yeah. You can
I
use your
didn't know that.
slinger.
I
You can use
just
your slinger.
I didn't know that. I just lay there and take it like a man.
Even if you
I'm
don't,
like, okay, you're gonna throw me? Throw me, damn it.
even if you don't flash
I
them, you
always.
can get up and run away. That's
I've never even tried. I just lay there and take it.
that's the difference in world that I'm talking about, though.
Okay, but anyway, back to the point that I was making. So I want to fight Devil Joe because, of course, it's Devil Joe. Zenogre, I want to fight just because I want to cut off his head and wear his armor. You know. not normal stuff. And then I want to fight Tigrex just because Swine of BFB has talked so much shit about Tigrex being one of his favorite, one of the best, and everything like that. I mean, he is one of the originals, so I'm really looking forward to fighting him.
Yeah,
And then
I think
I forget what the other one's name is, the one that can go Super Saiyan.
Raging,
Yeah, a
No.
baboon
raging,
monkey, the baboon bull.
a savage raging. I want to fight one of those. So rumor has it that they want to classify it as an elder dragon, but they just can't because it's not an elder dragon, but it's that powerful to be classified as an elder dragon.
That's what a lot
That's
of the fan base has said, that Deljo and Raging are the honorary
see,
elder dragons, even though they're
see
not
that
classified as them.
that is the kind of monster that I want to fight. I want to be able to just piece him apart and be like, "Yeah, you ain't that tough anymore." And then I proceed to cart, 12 times before I'm actually able to beat him.
Have
Hey,
either of you
I'm not.
seen what Raging
I'm
can do? The kind of boulders he picks up and throws at
yes,
you.
Yeah. I seen the
y-
double raging. It
He
yes,
throws
looks like
the
hell.
hunters at the other hunters.
yes. I've seen that. So me and Swan were actually watching last time videos on Tigrex. We were watching videos on Raging. We were watching videos on a whole bunch of monsters. And he was just telling me, he's like, yeah, this Raging was based off of actually Super Saiyans, like that he was basically based off of Goku. That he turns yellow and turns Super Saiyan, and then when you cut off his tail, he can't turn Super Saiyan anymore. And I was like, that's what actually drew me into it. I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool.
Well, you break
Because
his tail, you can't cut it off.
Japanese game.
oh, I'm sorry, you break the tail. My bad. But anyway, yeah, so it's like that's what actually got me interested in Ray Jank because of the fact that, he was based off of Goku. And I love Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is one of my actual Dragon Ball in general is actually one of my favorite manga slash animes.
What about you,
Uh,
Max? What are you looking
The
forward to carting
bubble,
to?
the bubble dragon.
Mitsuzune, one of the
Yeah,
Fated Four.
yeah. I think Zenogre would be pretty cool. And I heard about the green Margakuga. The one that turns invisible. Is that one in Generation?
No, the translucent Nargacuga. No, that one's not in Generations Ultimate.
Is that the
Oh,
one that looks like a penis that hangs off of the ceiling?
no, but I
No,
want to fight that too.
that's
What's that one called? The
Kezu.
one that,
'Cause it's spooky.
yeah,
Well,
Kezu.
that's
Kezu's
it's
the
not
one that hangs off.
Kezu. The one you're talking about is Giganox. He was in 3 Ultimate, but Kezu's based on Giganox basically too. So
So they're
Mhm.
just basically uncircumcised penises, both of them.
Wait, what's the difference? The the
One's
white one?
one's
Giganox
one's a white
is
penis, the other can turn invisible.
Giganox lays eggs and he has little giggies help him fight. Whereas Kezu is a rubber monster that can discharge electricity.
Yeah. Is Sergio's favorite monster coming back? I forget what his name is. The one that flashes you with his nose?
Gypsaros, yes, he's in there.
Yes, sir. Swino's favorite monster, Gypsaros.
Anyone else
He,
next that you wanna cart to when we have the chance?
Um, is my boy Barris gonna be in there too?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
yes, we're going to be able to kill him in there. Don't worry.
Shut up. But that's it mostly because I think Mitsuzune is gonna have pretty cool Oriental looking armor, and I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Mitsuzune's armor is based on like Japanese lore.
It's like I'm really actually excited to see Zenogre's armor because you're talking good stuff about it. So
Well, I mean, Zenogre's armor, at least the female version, is one of the most cosplayed female armors from Monster Hunter. That and
let's check.
Nargacuga's.
I had to check that out.
I'd
I
love.
thought
I'd,
Kieran would be the most.
Kieran also. Kieran also because it's
Well,
a low cost because there's so little armor.
yeah, I
But
was about to say Kieran, you'd think so, but not many guys are into wearing assless chaps, you know.
Oh, I
So
look back at my guy.
not many go cosplaying as him.
I mean, you take your time, sir.
okay, so another thing that is in generations that I kind of miss in World is the weapons. Do either of you know what I mean by that?
The wonky weapons.
I like weapons.
No, the fact that in World the weapons tend to look the same with just small variations on the weapon.
Shh.
Max, what are you doing to your cat?
Nothing.
You leave
Hey,
that
shut
pussy
that pussy
alone.
up. Oh, great. Now
Anyway,
she's making noises
what's
at
your
it.
opinion of weapons on World before we go any further?
It's like the weapons on World. Some of them had pretty cool variants. It's like some of the example dual blades. Some of the dual blades were actually really cool. Like when you maxed out Orogarones, you got like chain dual blades with blades at the top and bottom. It was pretty nice. But the only thing I hated was that like with a lot of them, like Anjana's, Toby Kadeshi's, it was the same type of weapon, just literally colored different. Like someone just got lazy and was like, you know what, just slap a different color on there, it's fine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I that's something like I personally like I really didn't like.
Max
You know,
being a.
but
Go
not
ahead.
taking anything. No, I was just gonna say, not taking anything away from the creators. They did put some badass weapons in there. Teostra's heavy bowgun, the light bowgun that was with um Legiana, just different weapons like that. They had their own unique design. But it's just when they basically took and copy pasted the same type of weapon over and over for different people or different monsters, that's
Mad
where it just
Dengi.
got like, that's where I just lost my interest.
Max being a hammer, bro. What did you think of the hammer designs?
They were mostly the same, with the pointed tip and like the different back end of it, like the Rappalos and Barra and the
Diablos.
Diablos and all the Bone Tree hammers.
And Janus had fur on it.
Yeah, it was basically like the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think of the Valhazak hammer?
That was pretty cool.
The giant.
Like, wait,
I still don't have that, so I have
dude,
the bow though.
I'm like so close to making the Valhazak hammer. It's ridiculous.
I
Velhaz-
need that
Velhazak's
and the ice.
weapons are pretty good, but their sharpness sucks.
It dulls too fast.
Well, I mean, I got protective polish now. I finally dropped that gem from Behemoth the other day, so I might start using that with his weapons.
That's nice.
But the reason I bring up weaponry is because if you go back and look at previous games, they put such effort into the weapon styles. Like every monster had a unique weapon.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's like that's what I like. When you can actually see the hard work that they put into. But yeah, it's understandable because on the PS4 platform they wanted to put more attention into the detailing of the monsters, detailing of the world itself. So something was gonna suffer. But it's like I just love the different weaponry, different armor sets, and everything like that when they look so unique and like they each have their own feel to it. It's just really, really cool. And like it makes you want to hunt that monster so much more.
Max,
That's why. That's the only reason why I hunted Kieran and got the Kieran switch axe because of the way that it looked. I didn't see anybody else walking around with a purple and blue, switch axe.
Max, something that
And I
might
thought it was
attract
cool.
you is
Huh?
would you like to have a hammer that looks like a grenade? Like an actual green military avocado grenade.
Yeah. I will take a hammer that looks like a giant ham.
That looks like what?
Giant ham hock.
A giant what?
Ham hock. A piece of meat.
A ham hung?
A ham hock.
Oh.
I'm hearing Hong Kong.
Mm.
I think we're gonna have to put in subtitles or something on the screen to say what she's saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
You guys don't know what a ham hock is?
No.
A panine?
Okay, Max. Once you start making sense, we can talk again.
Oh my god.
Go sit in the corner, Max. Think about what
Like
you
a
said.
giant turkey leg or just a big piece of meat.
Oh, a ham hock.
Yes.
I still
Oh,
don't know what that
I
is.
didn't understand a word that she was saying.
I
A ham
speak
hock,
English just like
a
you
ham,
guys.
I still don't know
a
what
ham
that
hock
is,
is
but
basically
okay.
like a giant roasted turkey leg, like ones that you get from the Renaissance Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Those kinds.
Well, the closest thing they have to that is, uh, you know how they put like a pot roast ham when you go to a buffet or something?
Mm-hmm.
They have one of those on a bone shaft.
Oh, what?
Uh,
You know,
a giant piece of
bringing
ham
up
on a
hammers
bone
real quick.
shaft.
Since we're on the topic of hammers real quick, I just want to say in World, I really like the design that they made for Kushal the Doris hammer. The Cobra's head. It's actually really, really cool. I
I
like
like the
that.
bow.
A
The
lot,
bow's a
I've
horse.
actually
a lot of
Oh, the horse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because like Kushi's armor is just like really it's like I don't know, it seems like it has like an ancient vibe to it, but like a classic ancient vibe.
This is Sparta.
Exactly. See? You get me.
yeah, a lot of the weapon designs like that they brought forward was from previous games. I think
Oh, that was my next.
yeah, like a lot of the Rathalos Raytheon weaponry, a lot of like the Teostra weaponry, and all the previous monsters, they just brought their weapon designs forward.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Is that the same stuff as last?
Yeah, it
Is
seems
the
like
last game? Because that seems like it seems like a out of the blue thing. Like you look at Anjanath and like um uh you know
I mean, I'd give
never
them
mind.
credit for the weapons they did put in, because like Otogaron's dual blades, um, the Radoban weaponry, some of the new hunting horns like Nergi's weaponry. They did put the effort into designing those specifically different.
The Radamon weaponry was alright, but it's like it felt too bland to me as well. Like it had like the same type of design as everything else, you know?
What? You were astronaut.
I'm talking about the weaponry, not the armor.
Oh,
The armor was actually pretty cool. I like the armor's design.
But yeah, so I mean, all like that's what I'm talking about though. Like, what's his name? Nargacuga. His armor and weapons all look like something a ninja would carry, like something Naruto style. You got something like Nibble Snarf, which has a military aspect to it.
Nibble star.
is that the big fat shark?
Maybe he's a
The
sand shark.
greatest
Yeah,
name I've ever heard. Nibble star.
yeah, he's a sand shark that lives in the desert.
Who you
So
fighting?
he has
Oh
like a
yeah.
big belly.
Who you fighting? Oh yeah, Nibblesnar. Hey guys, you want to go fight Nibblesnar this weekend?
You can just leave Nibble Snarf alone.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it together, but damn it, man. That's like the greatest name ever. Nibble Star. Oh,
What did you
oh,
ask Max about?
what what happened to you? Ah, damn it! I fainted 3 times to Nibble Star.
What did you ask about sharks now, Max?
I said Nibble Snarf is a big shark, right?
Can we
What?
just call him NS?
Which
NS,
shark do you
please. That
mean?
way I
Try to
don't laugh.
describe the one you're talking about.
So he's like huge, and he like rolls on his belly and stuff. He's all jelly, like the great
What color is
Jagrid.
he?
He's a white shark. He looks like a great white shark, but he ate too many things.
I think you might be talking about Zamtrios, a like blue-white tiger shark that lives in the ice and expands like a frog.
Yeah, and he rolls around and tries to squish.
Yeah, you're talking about Zamtrios. That's another one.
Well,
No,
describe to us who NS is.
Nibblesnarf is a giant. He's a giant fish that lives in the desert. Uh, you can fish him out of the sand, like with an actual fishing pole.
Oh, that thing!
Yeah, he runs at you and he can swallow a bomb and it'll blow him up out of the sand.
That's cool.
That poor thing.
But yeah, all his weapons are military style. His weapons are military style. Narga's are ninja style. That is
Can I
one.
change my
That is one thing I
name?
miss of old games is the style. Can you
Are there gonna be more Elder Dragons?
There's plenty. Can you change your name to what now?
Oh,
Change
I
your
wanted to
nickname.
say, I wanted to say real quick. Can I change my name on this podcast to Nibble Snarf? So I could just shout out, "Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nibble Snarf back with another Poogie power." That's just the perfect combination of everything.
You leave poor Nibble Snarf alone.
People are gonna be like, "Holy shit, this guy's legit." I'm sorry. Continue with your Elder Dragon things. Oh
But
my
yeah, there's
god.
like,
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you
there's
so
a,
much for today. This was a nice laugh.
I think minimum there's at least 10 Elder Dragons. have to go through and look at the monster list, but I know there's a couple additional
As
ones.
long as my boy Teostra's in there, I'm gonna be happy. I love Teostra. That was sexy.
And then
Excuse me.
they brought G rank back also, which is one thing a lot of people are excited for. Which I'm assuming that
G rank is
none of you know what G rank is.
G
Your
rank
rank
isn't it
is
basically like
Archtemp.
a higher version of Arc Temper?
Mm.
Yeah, basically G rank is end game monster hunting.
Yeah, see that sounds cool. And it's just basically you versus the monster, mano a mano, to see who's the best. The monster at its best versus you at your best.
There are some monsters that only appear in G rank.
I'm sorry. And I just want to pull this away from G rank just for a little bit. Savage Devil Joe, isn't he in G rank or no? Is he just regular?
I think he's regular because I know he was in Generations 1.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
And what's what?
I was gonna ask because I heard that they always have like some sort of siege monster. So what's the siege monster for this one?
Well, I know they brought Lao Shen Long back, which is kind of the equivalent of Zoro Magdaros, where he doesn't really take notice of you until the end.
Mhm.
They
But
brought back.
uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
I know there's another one which was introduced in Double Cross, which is like the end game monster G rank. I'm not gonna give spoilers of it, but you can easily find it if you search for it.
If you really want to know. Yeah, but they brought back Lao Shang Long. They brought back his cousin Mushu Pork, and then they brought back Lao Meng too. Makes a tasty trio.
Yeah, but there's plenty of Elder Dragons to fight. We had a lot of fun hunting the Elder Dragons.
Again, the only one I'm worried about is Teostra. I love Teostra. He's a freaking uh dragon lion, that breathes fire. He's just so cool. It's like, I'm bringing it back to World real
Oh,
quick. Bring it back to World real quick. It's like Arc Tempered Teostra. The reason none of us could beat him was because no one was giving him the respect he deserved. Everybody was just like, oh, you know what? It's
oh,
the Teostra. Whatever. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna beat his ass. And no one
we
could.
actually, we actually broke his horns and his wings, and he
They're
was
like,
going to faint. Like, not faint. He was gonna start limping any minute now. But then somebody carded. Forgot who. Somebody used their final card.
I loved, I loved when Hulk was fighting them. He's giving everybody shit for fainting. It's the last faint. They have them sleeping. They're almost done, and they like blow up the bombs. I tell him straight up, like, "Here's where you faint." No, I won't. Second after he said no, I won't, he faints.
That was some bullshit. I'm still salty about that.
He got hit with the flamethrower from Teostra from a mile away.
Yeah, that move is some bullshit. Sometimes I hit it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get hit. Sometimes I don't, and I still don't know
Those
what do I do differently.
those hitboxes are
Oh no.
janky as hell.
Like I could be
Oh,
standing right in front of him, and I just do a roll, and I'm fine.
Alright, I think we can
oh,
call it
that was
right now.
amazing.
We're gonna have to
Wait, I got
continue.
one more question.
Okay, last question, then we'll call it for now. We're gonna have to have another podcast next week
The gear,
before.
Chris.
I think we're gonna have to continue about generations because we just got so much to actually talk about and cover.
Yeah, and
But
I
I'm
still
sorry.
want to read you guys that Reddit post that I have found.
Yeah. But I'm
Legia
sorry,
Chris.
Legia Chris.
The gear. Yeah, Nessie. That's my arch nemesis.
The one that you always encountered in 3U.
In 3, yeah, I tried.
Yeah, if you got, I'll link the previous podcast where she talks about it in the description. But Max, why don't you tell us your experience with the Legia Chris once more?
Well, and try. I like I said last podcast that I didn't really have a lot of experience and whatnot, so really didn't know what I was doing. But they had me like go fishing. I knew about he was the flagship. No,
And
Yeah.
no, Brachiotos was a flag trip and try, but Legia
I
Chris
thought
was
Legia
there.
Chris was. Huh. You learn something new every day. I'm sorry,
well
continue, Max.
he was the first thing because he was like threatening the fishing village or shit
Yeah,
like
he was
that.
the main antagonist of the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
So
the early
the
game.
reason why he's such a big deal to me is I never got past that first hump. Like, you know how usually like you're playing a game and they're like, "Oh, this is the antagonist." You know, you get to the antagonist, and that's the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Now, knowing what I know now, that there was something more besides him, and now I'm curious, and I'll never get to know what was back there because my Wii's broken.
Yeah, I was about to say you could always go back and replay it.
That's
All
the
right,
saddest line I've ever heard.
but we'll call it there for
I
tonight.
will never know what's back there because my Wii's broke.
We'll call it there for tonight. We're gonna continue talking about generations next week.
When I defeat him, everyone will know.
Thank you,
She's
Max.
gonna be
That's
like,
something
guys,
she's looking
guys,
forward
the
to.
Wii didn't stop me this time.
But thank you everyone for listening to this. On behalf of myself Idiot Game Production. Max, you guys got any final closing statements?
Uh, Make sure you guys actually check out Monster Hunter Generations. It's actually going to be a very, very awesome game. From what I've been hearing from, especially Swinub, who's been, playing this game for the longest out of all of us. He's really excited about it because it brings it back to its like home roots and everything. So anybody who's been playing World, make sure you check it out.
Yeah. And, let us know if you want to play with us.
Hell yeah, I'd be down for that.
So you can see how trash we really are.
Don't forget there is a demo out for Generations Ultimate in the eShop in North America. You don't have to be stuck looking for the Japanese version. There's
Like
an
some
English
people we know.
There's an English demo out already. So I mean, yeah, try it out, see if you like it. It's gonna take some getting used to, but don't get frustrated. That's the main thing.
And I just want to throw this out here. Hashtag totally not sponsored by Monster Hunter. Hashtag could be sponsored by Monster Hunter. So Monster Hunter, give us a
remember,
call.
remember
Give
to
us a
try
call. We got
guild
this.
first. Guild style first.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, we try to start with guild style to adapt to it. That is one of the good tips. But thank you for joining us for the Poogie Power Hour. May the Poogies be with you.
Oh God, don't end with that.